What's up, math fans? Today we're doing plotting disjunctions. A disjunction, the symbol is this. It's not just a peace sign or V for victory. It's also the symbol for disjunction. Think about in English what a disjunction is. It's two different thoughts put together in one sentence. For example, I'm going to teach math or I'm going to teach science. So I could be teaching math or I could be teaching science. I'm not going to do them both at the same time. The word or, putting two thoughts together, is a disjunction. I'm either holding a blue marker or I'm holding a black marker. I'm not going to hold both at the same time. All right, so the word or is the putting together of two thoughts, making it a disjunction. All right, here's one thought. Let's take one thought at a time and then we'll figure out how to connect that. So x is less than or equal to -2. If you saw my video on plotting inequalities, you know this looks like an L, less than, numbers less than on a number line go to the left. So I'm going to quickly plot this on a number line. So here's my number line. We find -2 on the number line. To the right is greater, to the left is less. So I'll just put two numbers just to get an idea, -3 and -1. In fact, here's 0 in case you were wondering. So I'm going to put a circle above -2, and what do I do with that circle? Do I shade it in? Yes, because of this line here. Or equal to means you include the -2. What are all the numbers? This is all the numbers less than or equal to -2. That's -2. It's also -3, -4, -5, etc. All the way to, as far as you can reach, -infinity. And that is a clue on what set notation is. So if I say anything too fast, you can always pause the video and go back, because I'm doing a lot of vocabulary. Set notation is taking all my answers and putting them in one set. Instead of putting them on a graph, I put them in a set. How do you do a set? Parentheses or brackets. Parentheses or brackets. Parentheses means you don't include the value. Brackets mean you do include the value that's inside of those. So this equal sign means I want to put all the numbers that this arrow represents. All the numbers, well, if it goes all the way to -infinity, I'm going to put a -infinity here. That's a horrible -infinity. Think about the number 8 and just put it on the side. Let's try that again. Still not good, but good enough. So I got -infinity and then all the numbers all the way up to -2, like that. So this is my set notation, which represents this and this. These are all different ways to represent -infinity all the way to -2. And then I include the -2, that's why I have this bracket. This kind of means include or inclusive. And this means exclude or exclusive. Why? Because -infinity is not an actual number. You never actually reach it, so I don't include it. Now let's do x is greater than 3. So I'm going to do a number line again. Excuse me, old number line, you're in the way. Find 3. What's to the left? 2 and 1. Oh, actually, that's kind of perfect. Why put two separate number lines? I could just put one number line with no arrows there. That's annoying. Just connect them. Make one giant number line. I'll even go to 4 and 5. Put a circle above the 3. Shade it in? No. Numbers bigger than 3 are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to +infinity. Try to represent that. Let's see. I don't include 3, so open parentheses 3, comma, and then we go all the way to +infinity. That looks a lot better than that one. And this is my set notation for this or this. Okay? Now do you see how I have one graph, but I have two arrows? Either I'm doing this or I'm doing that. So that is an example of a disjunction. So when you get a question and you see one inequality or a second inequality, just put it on the same graph. So really, a disjunction is just two questions at the same time. It's very, very simple. Just double the workload. So this symbol means or. So you learned set notation and you learned the disjunction symbol. You can probably guess what the conjunction symbol is, but I'll do that in another video. Next, inequality or another inequality. So here's a hint. You see less than, you're thinking left. You see greater than, you're thinking right. So if you see a disjunction, you already know you're going to get two arrows, one going this way, one going this way. Very rarely they'll overlap, where maybe this circle is right next to or even on top of the open circle, or starting from here and going to the left. But it's so rare that I'm not going to touch it right now. I just want you to get the idea. So here, ready to graph this? No, because x is not alone. So let's divide by the coefficient, which is -3, and x is greater than or equal to 15 divided by -3 is -5, right? No, because here's another rule that I didn't teach yet, but I will, and people forget it the very next day. So try to keep this repetitive. When you divide by a negative number here on the bottom, I divided by a negative number. And also when you multiply by a negative number, the inequality reverses. Pac-Man turns around. So actually, this is no longer greater than. This is now less than or equal to. Okay? Or, let me solve for x here. So I'll add 1, I'll add 1. 2x is greater than 8, divide by 2, divide by 2, x is greater than 4. So it's two separate questions, I just did them at the same time. It's no big deal, it's no different than anything else. Now I'm going to put my number line. Let me find, well, this time I actually will put 0. Let me find -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. Let me find 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a circle on both of them, and then figure out what you're going to do. So here's my circle above -5. Do I shade it in? Yes. And I go left. Here's my circle above 4. Do I shade it in? No. But I go greater to the right. And there is the graph of a disjunction. If you're curious to see set notation for this, that would be -infinity all the way to 5, include the 5. Or this one goes from 4, don't include the 4, so open parentheses, all the way to positive infinity. Okay? And that is how you do a disjunction. Let's do one more just for fun. Let's say I gave you the plot. I'm giving you, I'll call this number 3. I'm giving you the graph, and I'm asking you to write the disjunction. Write the disjunction in set notation, and write the disjunction as an inequality with the disjunction symbol, okay? How would you do that? It's pretty simple. I'm actually not going to tell you. I'm going to let you do this one on your own. Good luck with that, okay? You're going to do it, or you're not going to do it. It's up to you. I'm going to shave this beard, or I'm not. It's actually no shave November, so I'm not. Thanks for watching. See ya.